sorry to interrupt this episode. I mean, I'm not sorry at all, obviously, because it's whatever. But by the way, fucking burn mark update. There you go. This literally just happened because I was looking up. You know how I do the edits, right? And I just edited in this little visual for like I did it for RSS trees also, like an RSS marijuana enthusiast. I like to do visual stuff for my podcast, and I was looking for the banner image of RSS AntiWork because I mentioned it, so I don't know, I just like doing visuals. Like fun editing is fun to me, right? Whatever. And I was Googling AntiWork and I couldn't find it because it was like the top link is r/slash AntiWork. And I was like, wait, I remember that this was the name of the subreddit, but it says, well, you saw it, right? I mean, obviously it says this, right? Like the subreddit is locked. And I was like, what the fuck? Am I just thinking of the wrong subreddit? Because I mean, I literally like I unsubscribed not that long ago, right? And then I find out that there's this video that this is so epic, and it kind of makes me look bad now because I was complaining about working, and now this community got fucking flamed. But that's why I really wanted to leave this in, right? Because I'm not a fucking loser. I'm gonna work 40 hours a week soon. I mean, and this guy, I'm gonna watch the video and I'm just gonna fucking edit it in also then, because there was a fucking, okay. I couldn't access the sub, right? And I was like, what the fuck is happening? Is this the wrong subreddit, right? And I started like looking at my history and I was like, no, it is r/slash AntiWork, AntiWork, right? And then I found this thread and I hadn't previously seen the time this was posted. Because normally when you Google something and it's on Reddit, you find like an old archived post, right? Whatever. And there was a link to a Fox interview. And I mean, I don't live in America. Yeah, there's this video. I'll edit it in, right? And it's called Jessie Watters takes on the one who operates the AntiWork group, right? And Fox, for some reason, I mean, I don't live in America, so I'm not really too familiar with American fucking culture and television, all that shebang. And for some reason, Fox News to me looks like it could be from the 90s. Like it looks really old to me. Like it, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't look like modern. So to me, it didn't register that this was posted. That this thread was all this happened. I feel like this happened today because this thread was posted 4 hours ago, right? And here I am talking about the sub, like, yeah, I don't really want to work, right? And I just watched this, and it's pretty fucking epic. It's a 3-minute video, and I'm just gonna listen to it, and I'll talk about it a bit, and then I'll just continue with the fucking podcast. But I just really wanted to, I just wanted to talk about it, so I'm just gonna play it. Right now.
Over 1.6 million subscribers. Joining me now is the person who operates this AntiWork group, Doreen Ford. All right, so Doreen, why do you like the idea of being home, not working, but still getting paid by corporate America?
First of all, just pause this right now. First of all, I don't think, to me, AntiWork was never about not working at all. I thought AntiWork was just people sharing what sucks about corporate America, because there is a lot of stuff that sucks about corporate America. For example, people were sharing in the subreddit. I can't access it now because it's gone private after this guy has done an interview, right? So this pussy ass couldn't handle the heat. You went on live television, dog. You know what I mean? Like, what did you expect? Also, it's Reddit. It's so dumb for subreddit to go private after something like this. Like, even if you get a bunch of hate, like, you're Reddit, this is the place people come to discuss shit, and then you go private. Like, what's wrong with you? But yeah, this guy's like non-binary, self-described autistic, whatever, works 10 hours a week. He says in the interview 24 hours, but I later saw in the thread he actually works 10 hours. But okay, so this question, I don't think the subreddit is about not wanting to work. Like, I mean, for me, it never was. I thought it was just highlighting shitty parts of working, right? But I think this guy just wants to not work and just play video games all day. That's not what I'm about, just to make it clear. I want to fucking work on myself, work on my community, do an entertainment business and work 40 hours a week doing that, right? And I think it's completely fair. I'm pretty sure this guy just wants to not work at all. But because what I've seen from the sub is like people sharing shitty things like their work, their jobs only like, you know, for example, like posters they put up, like, this is why we work, right? And we do it to inspire you and make people happy, right? So you know, a job will just put up a poster to try to motivate workers a really cheap way, right? Try to keep them happy while also exploiting them, right? I thought it was about shit like that because I kind of relate to that, right? That's kind of shitty. I'll just keep watching. Anyways, this guy does not nail. I mean, what I thought anti-work was about. I thought it was just people who think work sucks, like me, like the extreme corporate part of it, right? Like the fucking you know, like minimal wage, all that shit, like trying to like get workers hooked on like a sugar addiction, right? Because a lot of companies, it's very American ideal, right? Like you get your workers hooked on a sugar addiction, so you feed them sugar all the time, and you know, because buying a bunch of fucking sugar products is cheaper than paying everybody more, right? Like I don't have an issue with working. I have an issue with how little, like how companies are so laser focused on paying everyone the minimal amount, right? They'll put so much effort and so many resources into optimizing their company to exploit workers, right? That's the shitty part about work. I mean, I don't know, dog. I mean, I know I complained this entire episode about the system and then this shit comes out. I don't know, dog. I mean, I hope I don't come across like this guy. I don't think I do. I don't think me and this guy have the same energy at all. I should have represented anti-work, man. I mean, I did already. This little clip is like 6 minutes long, so maybe I shouldn't have. Because all right, we'll just keep watching.
Yeah. So there's some misconceptions about the movement. So we're a movement
Classically,
where
dude. Classic, dude. Classic that a Reddit mod talks like this. I mean, not fucking shit talking anyone who talks like that, but like, look at this guy, right? He's got terrible lighting. He's just wearing a fucking random hoodie, right? He is a shitty, like, I don't know, man. I mean, I'm not trying to clown him, but why is this guy on TV? He's like asking to be clowned, right? It's kind of epic, dog. It's kind of it fucking sucks, right? Because I feel like a movement highlighting the shitty parts of corporate America, like exploiting workers, that could have been so powerful. And then there's this clown representing them. And this is like the top comment of this video is like, I don't know. It's gone now, but somebody said like this is what I always imagined Reddit mods being like, and it's so funny, man. Like there's this huge fucking nerd who is a dog walker who works 10 hours a day, and he's running this community, right? It's like it's so classic, dude. It's all right, playing it again.
want to reduce the amount of work that people feel like they're forced to do, and so we want to still put in effort. We want to put in labor, but we don't want to necessarily be in a position where we feel trapped. You know, you just
He's
quoted
right,
from Office
so
Space
far.
where that person feels very trapped in their job. I think we're calling for a society where there's less of that.
Jesse.
But yeah, absolutely, people still want to do things. They just want to do things where they feel rewarded and they feel like they're in a good spot in their life, and that their job respects them and stuff like that. You know, there's
He's
varying
right so far.
So Doreen, but you're not being forced to work. This isn't slave labor. You've applied for a job, you've agreed to the terms and conditions of the employment, and you know you can walk away from that job at any time and quit.
Okay, pausing it. To defend the subreddit mod right now, that's not really the point. The point is not that you sign a contract, you agree to work. I mean, what else are you gonna do, right? You can't not work. I mean, you can you know, go on unemployment, all that shebang, but that's obviously a pretty big moral fucking flaw, right? Like that's pretty fucking shitty if you just do that for no reason, right? If you're just gonna try to be lazy. But I think he's right. Like you know, to defend the Reddit mod, who is I still think this is a terrible representation of any community, right? Like this guy's not fit to be a guest on the interview, and he gets fucking roasted by you know, Jessie Watters, I guess, which isn't fair. It's not fair to put this huge nerd, this autistic loser who probably sits inside all day, right? Probably has social anxiety, all that shebang, all these limitations he talks himself into. Probably it's not fair to put this, you know, guy who's at the bottom of the social hierarchy next to a fucking television anchor, right? Who's had debates, you know, his entire fucking career, and is probably like a social butterfly, you know, and he's all high up in his fucking company, whatever. Like people respect him, all this shit. It's not fair to put him against, to put these two people together. So I'll defend the loser. What's his name? Deborah. What's his name? It's non-binary, so I can't like, you know, it's not a masculine name or a feminine name. Like if you didn't remember, you can't like guess it. Like you can't go, oh, it might be. I honestly have no idea what his name was, but it doesn't matter. What is his name? Probably says, right? in the description? No? I'll just fucking look it up. What's his name? Deborah? No, it can be Deborah. Because Deborah is feminine, right? I mean, couldn't it be a feminine name? If you're non-binary, can you still have a feminine name? I guess you can. Doreen. Kind of feminine? I don't know. Well, yeah, he's right. Jessie Watters is right. You've applied for the job. You've agreed to the terms of of employment. But also, you can't do anything else, right? Because you're in the street. You still kind of have to work those shitty jobs. I mean, I already made the point in the fucking video. I really feel shitty about myself now, man. Because I had this whole episode. And when I recorded this, not this, but what I had previously shown, what was previously in this, I felt really good about myself. It's like, yeah, I recorded a good episode, you know what I mean? Like, fuck yeah, I just sat there, I had no anxiety, I didn't fuck it up, I didn't hate it in the moment, like, just a good episode. And now I'm kind of like, oh man, I'm an idiot. I feel like I'm part of a shitty movement led by Doreen. I do feel like Doreen is a feminine name, isn't it? I don't know, dog, whatever, doesn't matter. Anyways, poor guy. I mean, I don't think the AntiWork fucking attitude is wrong. I don't, but obviously, you know.
So
keep watching.
I don't understand really what this is about,
Sure.
except it sounds like maybe people are just being lazy. Are you encouraging people to be lazy?
So I think laziness is a virtue in a society where people constantly want you to be productive 24/7, and it's good to have rest. That doesn't mean you should be resting all the time or not putting effort into things that you care about. But I think one of the
What do you think is like a good work day? How many hours is you know, a solid work day in your ideal society?
How does this guy not get it? How does this guy not get it? How does my hair is fucking wild, dude, because of the fucking because I'm putting up the fucking thingy. It's not the point of the episode. How does this guy, this Doreen, how does he not get it? How does he not get it? How does he not get what this fucking subreddit is about? Like, you know, I don't know, dog. I mean, maybe I didn't get what it was about. Maybe I just thought, I don't know, man. I don't know. Just keep watching. I'm falling apart. I'm getting his energy.
Sure. I mean, I think
energy.
as much as people want. I mean, I personally work. I have like a 25 hour work weeks, which I think is fairly good. So I would like less work hours.
And what do you do, Doreen?
I'm a dog walker.
A dog walker.
I do think that a 25-hour work week is good, right? I mean, if people don't spend that energy, that free time. I mean, I don't know how he's spending it. Well, probably managing a subreddit. Man, I gotta be honest. I was clowning on this guy because he talks all weird and he's obviously like the biggest fucking autistic nerd you've ever seen. But I gotta be honest. I mean, managing a subreddit, it's not. I mean, that's a fine pastime, right? Like someone has to do it. You know what I mean? Like if that's his passion. If you work 25 hours and then you work, you know, you manage a subreddit on the side. I don't think that's too bad. I mean, he's still contributing to. I mean, the subreddit has it says right here in the video, it has 1.6 million viewers, right? Or like subscribers, right? I mean, if he's managing 1.6 million people, I don't think he's spending his time poorly necessarily. I mean, he says in the video he's working 24 hours, and I saw later in a thread where somebody did a deep dive. I mean, who the fuck am I to trust anyone? I mean, whatever. But the guy said he actually only worked 10 hours. But if you work 25 hours and then the rest of your time you spend working, you know, managing a community, I don't think, you know, I'm going to take it back. I don't want to clown on this guy anymore. I feel, sorry, Doreen, if you're watching this. I don't think you're a bad guy. You know, whatever the non-binary word is for guy. Then again, guy is kind of like guy, man, bro. Aren't those kind of like non-gender terms? Anyways, it doesn't matter. I don't think he's too bad of a guy, you know? Like, because if he spent those 3 hours just watching porn or playing video games or whatever the fuck nerds do, I'd feel different. But managing a subreddit, that's kind of, you know, that's not too bad, right? I don't know. I'm starting to turn around on this. I watched it once and I was like, oh my god, this guy's the biggest idiot ever. But now I'm kind of like, it's not too bad, right? I mean, this news anchor is obviously just giving you a hard time. I don't know why why I was on the side of the news anchor when I first watched this.
Okay.
Yes.
Kind of feel bad for this.
And
So
how
I
old
find a
are
lot
you,
of
if you don't mind me asking?
Sure, I'm 30.
You're 30. Okay. And is there something you want to do besides being a dog walker? Do you aspire to do anything more than dog walking, or is that kind of your pinnacle?
I love working with dogs. If I had to do this for the rest of my life, you know, I wouldn't be super complaining. You know, dogs are wonderful animals. But I would love to teach. I would love to, you know, work with people and stuff like that.
What would you teach, Doreen?
Philosophy mostly, just introduction to philosophy, critical thinking, reason, stuff like that.
That's the fun.
Okay. Well, I would love to take your class, Doreen. I would just be taking notes the
so
whole
basically
time.
what he's saying here, he wants to study philosophy. Basically what he's saying is he likes arguing with people on Reddit about why he's right and about why his philosophy is better. I don't know, man. It's a tough one. Because I don't see this guy like standing in front of a classroom or like even doing the education required. You know, stick to Reddit moderating and dog walk. You know, that's fine. I mean, not everyone has to shoot high, right? I just don't get why this guy represents the community. I mean, I get that he's a moderator, but I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. I mean, you're watching the video with me. I don't need words to explain why this guy is not good at what he's doing right now. Like, representing a community. This poor fucking guy, right? Like the most autistic guy I've ever seen. Like, what do you do? I'm a dog walker. Right. And you work 25 hours a week? Yep. And then he actually works 10, right? Do you aspire to do anything else, or is this your pinnacle? Well, I mean, I really like dogs. You know, it is kind of I don't know, man. This isn't really a person with a spine, right? Probably didn't really have a father figure. Kind of fucking gaslighting him now, but that's fine. It's empty trips. It's fine. We can just have fun here. Yeah, I don't know. Listen, I don't think this guy is a bad person or he's living a useless life. Like managing a community on Reddit. That's I don't know, man. Somebody has to do it. That's a good pastime, right? It's a better pastime than just playing fucking video games all day, because that's what I kind of expected, right? So I don't think that's too bad. And also dog walking. I mean, fine, whatever. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. It's just not the right guy to have represent your community, dog. Like, what the fuck? Doreen, stay off fucking Fox television. How did this happen, man? I mean, do you think Fox just picked him out? Kind of like, yeah, look at this guy. We're gonna fucking rip him apart, right? Like an autistic, non-binary. Let's fucking go. You know what I mean? You think they like prey on that? Like Jessie Watters? Jessie Watters takes on the one who operates the anti-work group. Jessie Watters takes on the one who operates the anti-work group. You didn't really. I mean, it's not really a fair matchup. It's like putting a lion in front of a rabbit. Like, this is what I'm seeing. And this guy, this fucking Doreen is also not really. He doesn't really have any arguments. Like, I'm sure he had a bunch of shit to say before this interview started. Like, oh, this is what I'm gonna say. Then this is what I'm gonna say. But then the news anchor just started asking questions, and then this guy is just like, oh yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, no, we should work. Just not maybe not that much. I mean, we should feel respected. We should do work that we feel respected and work that inspires us. But, you know, Doreen is not the guy to tell the world this, because now this entire subreddit looks ridiculous.
You know what? A professor's a very similar schedule than something that you're imagining. So I think that actually might work perfectly for you. Listen, I think this might not be the greatest idea, but who am I to judge? To each their own, they say. It's a free country.
Sure.
Not everything's free,
you know.
but it is a free country. Thank you so much. We got to run. We got to pay the bills.
I don't know, dog. I mean, I don't know. I turned around mid-video. I was clowning on him. I was clowning the way he talks, and I was making fun of him. But now I'm thinking, I don't think this guy's a bad guy. I just think it was a really, really, really poor decision to make him represent anything regarding to Reddit, because now Redditors look like even more of fucking losers than the other you did, right? I don't know, dog. All right, back to your regularly scheduled programming.